we got a lot more than I
Hmm.
expected.
Yeah.
Everyone's dug out, apparently,
Or dug in.
or dug in, and this is what you can do on a Monday afternoon in the snow. Okay. Just quick jotting down names here.
Uh-huh.
How'd everybody do in the snow yesterday?
I didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything.
Smart man.
I just watched. I just I lived in Hershey's Mill, and I watched the guys shovel the snow that I didn't have to shovel.
Oh, that's fantastic. I didn't realize you lived in Hershey's Mill, Bernie, right around the corner from me.
Oh God, no.
I,
So,
I actually just talked to somebody that I paint with. She lives at Hershey's Mill, and she was going on and on about how it's nice. I should move there because everything's done for you as I was
It's
trying to
true.
shovel myself out.
It's true. It's very nice. 26 years here.
Really?
oh, no kidding.
26 years.
They
Excellent.
were one of our, when I was at Uptown, the theater in Westchester, that was one of our biggest audiences was people from Hershey's Mill.
Uh-huh.
I'm just taking down some names here. I know Beth is doing that as well. We're backing each other up today a little bit. Um, Angela, how would you like to proceed today on this nice snowy day? Shall we do updates first, or shall we
I
have
think
everybody
so. I think
introduce around first?
Heather has some updates to provide. We're in the midst of the Dare to Declare season, and our first showing was to be tonight, but it's get rescheduled for tomorrow night at Uptown. And we have around 75 people coming to that specific showing of the Dare to Declare film. And I
Yeah,
don't know if you saw the Daily Local News front page.
is everybody aware of this event tomorrow night?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So yeah, why don't we jump into it then? Let me share my screen and see if I
Yeah,
can.
Heather has to do the screen sharing because that's not on my skills list.
All right, let's see if I can. And my skills are shady or a little leave something to be desired. Okay, and I have two screens going on my home computer here, so I'm really
I like the lake one better.
Yes, I doubt you want to be there now. Word has it they have 20 inches of snow up on that lake that you just saw. So,
Wow.
so I'm just going to quick show our community bulletin boards that you can all access. And Beth, if you can pop that into the chat so folks can see it.
Sure.
That way you can see what I'm looking at.
You're showing us Phoenixville Regional
Mom.
Bulletin Board.
Really? Because on mine it is saying something else. I am seeing Westchester. Are you seeing Westchester now? Otherwise,
Now
I'll
we're seeing your
reset.
beautiful view from upstate New
All right,
York.
we are going to try
That's
this
great.
again.
Sure.
Told
It's
you it was,
beautiful.
let's see.
I'll put it in the chat for everybody.
I had two bulletin boards up on my
There it
screen as I
is.
was working on it. You find it now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we've made some updates on here. First, I want to point out, and I know some of you already know this, we have set up a master calendar in Google Sheets, and I'm going to attempt to go. Can everybody see this?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've created this calendar in Google Sheets that has taken all the your community bulletin board and also the community bulletin boards for the other regions and put them into one master calendar. And you can jump in on this as well and update it. In fact, we'd really appreciate it if you would jump in there and check to see if all your information is correct and if you have a program description for
Can
something that we've
I
added in.
interrupt you, Heather?
Yeah, go ahead, Beth.
Right now it's view only.
Oh,
For you can edit it, but if you as the public can't edit it and you want us to edit it, let us know. or I can
Oh,
switch it
okay.
back if we're ready so that anyone can edit it.
Oh, I didn't realize you made that change. I apologize.
That's okay.
Um, so if you take a look at this calendar at your leisure, if you see something you can help us fill in, email us, please, and we'll make sure it gets in there. But we tried to pull everything together into one spot. And the purpose of this is we're able to push this out to everyone, to journalists. If we have a questions from elected officials asking what's coming up, we can push these dates out to folks so they know what's going on. Uh, so I see a hand. Lead, you have a question?
Yeah. David Blackburn reached out to me and asked me to he had discovered an event that we had that we're doing. I don't know how he found out about it, but he knew about one event and said, could you please put it on this calendar? Is this the same one? It's Talkify. He sent me a form. I fill out
Yeah.
the form. I give them a picture and a description, date, time, all that stuff.
So I'm
Is
gonna
it the
pop back
same?
into the community bulletin board here. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, are you seeing our bulletin board again? Or
Okay, I
is it
see
locked?
this Talkify here. Okay, so yeah, this
Yeah.
must have been
So
so I should be putting everything there.
you can put things there. Yes. So David was probably looking at our working list and saw your event
Okay,
that was probably sent to us from one of these Zooms. And they do have a master calendar on their website,
okay.
um,
So
of,
this
and
must
that actually goes out to the public. Our calendar's more as a planning tool for everyone,
okay.
in order to know what's going on. And the county also maintains a calendar that's more, that'll go out to the public, if that makes sense.
It does, and I know that I had given you my events last time, and I wasn't sure if you wanted me to go in there and put them in there, or just email them to you, or tell you here.
So
Um,
what we'd like you to do going forward, if you have new events that you are now populating the calendar with, if you could tell us about them, but also submit them to the commission calendar.
okay, and do you want me to send it to an email, just like a
Um,
list with?
Angela and Beth, what do you think is best with that? Is it easier if we have folks send it an email or have them just populate it into the community calendars?
I would say to Beth, rely on Beth, but I think it's easier if someone submits it to the community calendar themselves.
Okay. So, and I can use this calendar. I can put stuff on here myself if I go here.
Or if you tell
Um,
us what it is now. I mean, if you told us in the last
Yeah,
meeting, we
because
probably have
we're
it. So you should.
continuing to maintain this calendar that you're looking
Okay.
at. And we're sweeping events into that as well.
Okay. So how do I get to this? I mean, I can tell you, but I don't want to take up a
I
bunch of
put
it.
them both
Um,
in the chat a few moments ago.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
hmm, okay. So, but if we can get this streamlined even better, we'll let you know and keep you all posted. Um, okay.
Hi,
So,
Lee.
I'm gonna scan past where we have our calendar because once we're done, done with our updates here, we'll talk about what you're up to and we can fill in blanks that way as well. So let me get beyond this so you can see what we have now on our resources.
And while she's doing that, I'm going to
There we go.
say, check the calendar for the Dare to Declare video screenings. One is, as I mentioned earlier, is tomorrow night
Yep.
um, at 5 o'clock at the Uptown. We've reconfirmed it, so it definitely is on tomorrow. And it's going to be fun and interesting and warm and fuzzy. Mark, right, Mark? And then also, Kim, yours at the Colonial Theater is coming up as well next week, this week.
This week,
It's
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Hmm
Yep, that is Wednesday at 6:30 at the Colonial Theater, and you can RSVP to that if that is more convenient to you.
And then in Kennett,
February
Heather?
10th in Kennett. So I'll
Right.
bring it down to that. First, I just wanted to point out we have a bunch of quick links on here if you're looking for various resources, super quick and dirty. And then beyond that, we have more specifics on each thing. So the first thing we have on here, and I want to bring this up first because the grants are starting to get awarded and there's less funding available now, but because it's been awarded or it's about to be awarded. We have grants for both your and initiative planning. That's the Let Freedom Ring grants. And then we also have the Dare to Declare. Those are specifically for planning something related to a reading of the Declaration of Independence. So that link is right here. And then now, Angela mentioned the Dare to Declare readings. Here is our latest information. You can find it all here in RSVP. If this is the first you've heard, I did see a few names I didn't recognize as quickly. There's a quick description about what our initiative, Dare to Declare initiative is. And then we have our Dare to Declare red carpet premieres that, as Angela said, starting tomorrow, also in Phoenixville, also in Kennett coming up. So it
And
has
we're
a quick
just thrilled at the
description of what we're
response to
doing.
the screenings. People are coming.
So, and then we have a teaser and blooper reel, which I would play right now, but I want us everybody to get a chance to chat. If we have time at the end, maybe we can go back to it if my computer will let me do it. So, all right. So, and then there's the information about our resource page for doing your own Dare to Declare event. So planning your declaration reading. As time goes on, we'll have the videos that are premiering this week available for people to use. So if you can't find your own readers, or you just think that's too much of a heavy lift to find great readers, you can use the video instead and have watch parties. So we just want to point out another thing coming up on February 20th in person at the Community Foundation offices in the Lincoln Building. We're having a viewing, a watch party. We're
Like a lunch and
taking,
learn.
yeah, so we're going to have food. So we'll have lunch for you and you can come out and we'll have just a quick discussion and we'll view a segment from Ken Burns's amazing documentary series. So just a nice way to get together on a Friday afternoon in the middle of February. So, and then we just wanted to point out a couple other things. We have a pretty intensive educator research page on our website. It has links to all kinds of resources, civic education, Rev War, constitutions, links to reenactors. And if you know of a reenactor, if you know of anybody that we should have on this list, please let us know and we'll make sure they get on there too, because folks are looking for people to have at their events, and we just want to help get that word out as much as we can. We have some updated information. If you've have heard about our wish walls, or they're not that we've been doing, it's based on an initiative that's made by us and New York Historical Society, started last year. I've talked about these before, so I'm not going to go in great detail. It's basically what it comes down to is creating a place and a space for people to give to make their wish for America on its 250th birthday. It's a very easy lift to do. We've done them at a couple of events now where we have postcards. I don't have one ready.
And copies that you can also download on the resource page
Yes.
and personalize to your event or to your organization.
So yeah, Made by Us is simplifying this even more. My copy has a note from somebody, but we've made our own customized cards to share that people can use. You can either download them. We also have them available. But Made by Us has also updated their information because they really want folks to register their wish walls with them and populate it on a calendar so they can show that that there are wish walls happening all over. We'd love to see them all over Chester County. So if we can fill up the corner of Pennsylvania on them for their wish walls, that'd be great. So
We've
here's their
received a really
information.
positive, sorry, Heather, a really positive response to this initiative. People
Yes.
like it. It's very positive.
Yes. Yeah, very uplifting. And we need uplifting these days, it seems like. So in any case, here's their main website. They've updated their wish wall host guide, so we have that living here if you're interested. We also have a step-by-step guide because they just put out new information. They want you to register your wish wall with them. And there's the link to that. And then you can add your wish wall on the map. And if you get into doing this and you're confused, I asked them to provide us with a quick tutorial on how to enter the wish walls, your entries into their map that they've created. It wasn't as straightforward as I thought when I clicked into it the other day, and I'm like, okay, you guys have to have some quick a quick cheat sheet on this. Can we provide it? So they sent that over to us. And then we have the link to our page where you can find our postcards templates that you can customize, and they're already customized for Chester County. Made by Us also has a new partnership if folks are interested too. They've partnered with I Am a Voter, which is a nonpartisan organization promoting folks registering to vote. So this is their official partner. They have a printable flyer that you can download and share at your wish wall events if you're interested. And lastly, and this is one of their main resources. They have all kinds of information on Youth 250 and Gen Z, working with Z and civic engagement, and their resources are fantastic for that. So, and then we get back up to the Chester County Planning Commission with America 250 PA in Chester County, the Chester County Commission. This is their website. This website is where that events calendar lives, Lee. So that's what pushes events out from their standpoint. And then again, that's how you submit their events. They also have a couple other initiatives. They wanted us to point out their beautification campaign. You can sign up your organization or individuals to help doing basically an adopt a highway type of idea, help throughout the county. They also have the Chester County Traveling Exhibit, Forged in Freedom. It's working its way around to a number of libraries around the county, but we understand it's also available to organizations for events as well. So the information on how to get a hold of that is here. It's pretty neat. It's a stand-up temporary event or temporary exhibit, and it's portable, so it can move around the county very easily. And then these have been on here for a while, but we have information from the National Constitution Center, their various resources, as well as how to get copies of pocket booklets of the Constitution and Declaration of Independence. And as we get more links for that, we'll continue to share them. So that is it for our latest resources. I am going to scroll back up. I am scrolling back up. I'm sorry, this is dizzying. But I gotta get us back to January somehow. Okay. So, Angela, shall we go around the room now?
Yes, let's
See what's
start
going
with
on?
Lee. Let's start with Lee. Lee
I'm gonna
Wisdom.
stop
We
share so
need
we can
Lee
all look at
Wisdom.
each other.
Lee, did you want to start and share what's going on in
Yeah, I was putting some stuff into the document, the one that's on the bulletin board. So
Yep,
hopefully that did the right thing there. I
perfect.
had some times that I was able to update with
Excellent.
our March date. I put 2 o'clock in there. That's for our speaker series, Bruce Mao Day. He's going to talk about Lafayette. I should probably
I read his book
write that
on
in.
Lafayette. It was very good.
Yeah, we had he had a bunch of different things that we could choose from, but we thought Lafayette was sort of more like topical for 250. So we went with that.
That's great.
And then what was it in May we have we always every year we do Life and Times of the Struble Trail with Jay Erb, our favorite
Oh,
ranger.
nice.
And that's between the borough of Downingtown and Upper Euclid and Euclid townships. And we put it out there. People walk along the trail. We sit there, tell them about the forge mainly, but also about the
Yeah.
trail itself. We talk about, we're going to focus more on I guess, blacksmithing and, iron industry and how that was important and how that links into 250. Because I asked him, I said, hey, can we do a 250 theme? And he said, yeah. So I haven't really talked to Upper Euclid yet. They have more of milling going on over there because at the end of the trail where
Yeah, right.
the mill that was there, well, the house was there, the mill's still there. And then in the borough's a little, they're a little squirrely. They don't always show up, but they,
Which borough are you referring to? This one or Westchester?
no,
or
Downingtown Borough.
Downingtown. Okay,
Yeah,
just wanted to
they're
make sure.
supposed to be at the very end of the trail before you get to Carden Park, which is right across Norwood Road, which is technically the end of the Struble Trail,
Okay.
even though the trail continues. So I don't really know what they talk about exactly over there. Maybe mills, because it's Milltown. So what else do we have? We have a new speaker for June. I put her in there. Her name is Karen Slyman. She is a longtime Lionville, Euclid Township resident, and she has a really great presentation, mainly about Lionville, which is our historic district.
Very nice.
Township.
I really like what you're doing in terms of the trail because it's accessible. So people often are walking and seeing things, but they don't understand what happened there. And it seems like that's a really approachable way to do it.
Yeah, we get a lot of people, and we usually have good weather, and we'll have a rain date if it's really bad weather. But
just not a snow
a
day.
lot of people who either knew about it or who didn't know about it and were like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" Because we'll usually have we have a map of the Dowland Forge community. It used to be a whole community surrounded the forge. So we talk a little bit about that.
I love that. How about Jessica? How about that?
Did you have anything else, Lee? Or
we have some things that I just don't have. We have ideas, but I just don't have dates for them. So when I get dates for them, I'll put them on both of the calendars.
Thank you. Thank you. And sorry to rush you.
No, that's okay. Thank you.
Yeah. And Jessica, how about you?
Hi, I'm sure Mark or Dawn, I see them on the call here if they wanted to jump in and include anything. But what I see on this bulletin document, which I didn't know about, this is really cool. I actually had questions about that library exhibit, like that roaming one. I thought it was only for libraries, so that's great to know that it's not just for libraries, that we can look into that more. So enough about that, though. This is really cool. But mainly from what I see, that's been written about our event on June 20th. A lot of it is pretty much the same. Again, we still are very much kind of in the working stages of figuring out exactly what's going to happen, what time things are going to happen, but the gist of it does remain the same of having the reenactors, the stories, the tours, the picnic, that all pretty much is staying the same. And then I know our Parks and Rec board, they're meeting next week for the first time this year, and we're going to finalize our event dates as well. And I know a lot of them, as we talked last year, we do want to focus 250. So the movie nights, of course, picking something a little bit more patriotic and getting some activities for little kids involved a bit more. Yeah, just pretty much what I see here is kind of the biggest update. I don't know if Mark and Dawn want to add anything as well.
Hmm. Did you guys want to add anything, Mark or Dawn?
Yeah, thanks, Jessica. That was fantastic. Jessica's great. We're so lucky to have her in Callan. Um, thank God for Randall Spackman. I just always say that because Randall
Well,
is
yeah,
is
we all say that.
he's
Yeah.
bringing us some
Huzzah.
Brits and he's bringing us some Washington's troops, and the we're together with we're working on this really cool thing where troops will discover each other, and it'll all lead to peace with everyone from us giving the key to Callan to the dignitaries from Colin, England, who will be there, and everybody reciting the Declaration with it
Wow.
up on this. We have what is that, a 15 by 20 screen, Jess? Is that what it is? We have a big LED 4 panel
It
wall.
will be around, I think, 11 by 14.
Really?
Yeah. So excited about that. I am so excited about the wish wall. I mean, that just blew my mind.
I'm glad to
I
hear
want to
that.
get into the schools. I want to
Yeah,
do this
it would be great
everywhere.
in the schools. It's such an easy lift. We've now seen it. We were down at the MLK community event down in Kennett Square last weekend with it, and we had older students. I've seen it with young kids, and I've seen it with high school students, and they're just,
Yeah.
their brains are functioning at a totally different level, and just very thoughtful responses. It was really, really cool.
And it's an insight into the concerns
Yeah.
that,
Yes.
right? Like a lot of wishes for peace or
Yeah.
more money, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's real.
Yeah. I'll just I'll end this with, we were originally talking about doing a tethered balloon, hot air balloon, as part of the after thing. Sometimes you have to say, all right, we got too much going on right now, but we want to do that. We're talking about doing that as a dare to declare
Oh,
with filming it
Interesting.
with people like
so you could send the readers up.
on megaphones up there. Yes. And the sky's the limit with ideas. So we're having a ball over here, and we love the community foundation. So
So the just a note, the wish walls, so that they're going to be archived at the
oh
History
wow,
Center.
We think.
great.
We don't
Yeah.
know. Or the idea is that ultimately these belong in a repository here in Chester County, to pull out in 50 years for the hopefully 300th, is the idea. The other thing that came up the other day, and Kim, I don't know if you want to speak to this at all, but we had a question the other day about tabulating the results. Do you want to talk about that, Kim?
Sure. So we've realized I was actually talking to someone from an American Legion in Chester County and telling him about the wish walls, and he said, "Well, that's great data." And I kind of was like dumbfounded because we'd been looking at these responses. People, they're from their hearts. They make these most wonderful good faith wishes for America. And he said, "Well, how many categories could there be? 25, 30?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, you're actually collecting a lot of data about what the people want, what people are interested in, and what they care about. And it's not just election age people, it's not just adults. We really run the swath. We have parents who are writing down things that kids want because they can't write yet. It's a real kind of like zeitgeist moment of like what do people want?
Mhm.
And he made the suggestion that we code them and we tabulate in different categories what different, the different wish walls want, but what the public is wishing for most in 2026, because most of it is really heartwarming. As Heather has told you, there was some concern early on that, that there would be a couple of bad doers at each one writing something nasty. And for the most part, that has not played
We
out,
have
that people are
not
really
seen that.
genuine and they
Yeah.
are really thoughtful. They're thinking about their community, they're thinking about themselves, their family and friends. And so we're trying to put together a plan on how we can not just take those wishes and tuck them away for the future, but kind of create a story about them. What is it that people want in Chester County? And these fraught times where things can be so polarized and divisive, we haven't seen much polarization or a division on these wish walls. And it's a kind of a message and a story of the commonality that everybody shares on what we want for the world. So that's what we're working on, how to tabulate now that the Made by Us, the national organization, has done such a great job figuring it out, and Heather simplified it for us. And now we're working on how to tabulate those results and turn it into data that's not just a story, but kind of actionable. Like what should Chester County be doing to advance, our world here.
Community, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we reached out to Made by Us to ask them if they've tried to tabulate this, and they're like, no, but if you have a model for us, let us know. We'll share it with everybody. So we're thinking on our feet on this one. So stay tuned.
So, Mark, did you have anything else, or did Dawn want to add something?
I'm done. Just glad to see
Okay.
everybody.
All
Thanks,
right.
Kim. That was great.
Okay. So, how about April?
Hello. So
Hi,
we're
April.
starting to add our
And April,
events,
just for everyone's benefit, you're from,
the Chester County Library.
yeah,
So
the
I
bell.
added a couple of things to your list. I'm sorry if I put the dates out of order. I tried to put them in where I
Well,
could.
I'll sweep it through after. It's great.
Um,
Thank you.
we do have a couple of family events that we can't put quite on there yet until we get our contracts, but we are going to have reenactors from the American History Theater. So we'll have Betsy
Nice.
Ross will be in June, and Ned Hector will be in June.
Oh,
So we're
wonderful.
excited
Oh,
about
they're
that.
great.
We have a couple of Two of a Kind, and Matthew Dodd will be coming to sing family patriotic songs and America songs with us. Those are kind of our Wednesday summer events
Oh, fun.
during the summertime. We are going to do our Dare to Declare, followed by a book talk with the book called The Greatest Sentence Ever Written by Walter Isaacson,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
about the first sentence of the Declaration. So we're
Yeah.
doing Dare to Declare, followed by the book talk. Dates
Wow.
for that are not set up yet. There'll be one at Henrietta Hankin and one at Chester County Library. One
That's a
towards the beginning
powerful
of the summer.
coupling right there.
Yeah, one
That's
towards the
great.
beginning of the summer and one towards the end.
Hmm. And
Oh,
how's the
perfect.
Bell project? Because it made me think of our Bell, Chester County Community Foundation is sponsoring the Bell for PA because they're doing bells across PA, and the Chester County one is going to be located the old courthouse, Market Street area. And we're looking at sort of mid to late April for that, to have
Okay.
that installed.
Our bells at the libraries will be available starting May 1st. So they'll be
Oh,
on display
perfect.
May
Yeah,
1st through
perfect.
August
Perfect.
31st.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Okay, good.
Mhm.
Uh, How about
Good.
Bernie? How about you? I'm dreaming of your background with the sun and the green.
Excuse me, did you call me?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking up something. I represent the Selma Mill in Chester Springs. Uh, we've been meeting now. We have a committee of 11 people, and we've been meeting for the last year and a half to get the show on the road. And I'm really pleased with the progress we've made. The mill opens November 11th, and at that time, we hope to be grinding wheat the way they did when the mill was built in 1747. Uh, Also, we've had a colonial bread oven for several years, and we've now trained volunteers so that every time we have a demonstration, we will also be baking bread like they did in the colonial times. Other things that we've been doing are setting up a mannequin to have the voice of a miller telling people how it was to grind in the colonial times. We have we've setting up a display of restoration photos, some of which we got from Heather about how it looked like 20 so years ago when they restored our 1747 Miller. We we are going to be doing a dare to declare, and depending on how many new volunteers we obtain in our next volunteer meeting on the 21st of February, we may do it twice a month. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, I think so. I may get a hoarse voice. I wish I had that voice that the guy had, Ranger at Valley Forge had.
Oh, Adam, yes.
Yeah.
That baritone voice would wake up anybody. We're going to have a lot of decorations. We're going to have demonstrations. We're going to have on our special demonstration. They will have a baker. We're going to have a surveyor, a blacksmith. We're going to have lectures once a month from the historians, including the Chester County History Center, and perhaps we'll have Jen Greenback. I remember her for years ago when I first.
You are going to have me back in June.
Remember me? Remember me?
I remember you.
You remember how reluctant I was? It took me a while before I did my first tour, and now of course I can do it at any time. But I think overall I'm very pleased with how the mill is progressing, and we're going to be able to show people what it was like to live in Chester Springs in the Revolutionary time, and what family life was like, and the importance of the Declaration of Independence to the people there. So
yeah, for sure. Jen, did you want to follow on with what Bernie was talking?
Oh, sure. I will be, I don't remember the exact date, but I will be the guest lecturer for my talk, Breadbasket of the World. So
June 27th. June 27th.
June 27th. Okay, thank you,
You better
Bernie.
be there.
I don't know how you do it without me.
Better be there. We'll come and get you.
Okay. Sounds vaguely ominous, but it's about the crucial role of wheat agriculture and milling to why Americans thought they could even fight or even win the American Revolution, and Chester County was a huge part of that. On behalf of the Chester County History Center, there's a couple of things that I did want to mention this coming Saturday. And Diane Matthews can maybe talk a little bit more about this, but we do have a partnership between the History Center, between the Kennett Underground Railroad Center, and between Westchester Dance. Hi, Diane. So we're going to have a kind of a partnership opening event leading up to the Rachel Harris story. So we're going to talk a little bit about some Underground Railroad stories that we feature at the History Center. It's going to be a fantastic event. Diane, I don't want to steal your thunder, so I'll let you talk about the rest of that. And then going forward, we have a couple of 250 related programs on February 10th. We have Dr. Nicholas Wood, who is going to be talking about the Abolition Act of 1780 and its involvement with the American Revolution and how it geared up during the American Revolution. And that's a virtual talk. It is pay as you wish, so it is free to sign up. It is entirely virtual. It will be recorded, and you can see on our website how to sign up for that. And then, of course, we are the regional host for National History Day. So this year, the theme for National History Day is revolution, and, as you might expect. So if you are interested in being a judge or being a volunteer, we usually get over 100 students participating. So you can reach out to me directly for information about that. And that takes us through March. At the next meeting, I will discuss the History Center's podcast, bus tours, walking tours, physical exhibit, traveling trunks, school programs, library outreach programs. We got a whole lot of stuff going on this year, but
that's very Very
No,
exciting. In the interest of time, we're going to go to Diane, though, if that's okay,
no
Jen?
sleep for Jen though this month.
This year.
So Diane,
Sure.
hopefully,
Yep.
I'm thinking you're not in England, so you're not driving.
I am not driving. My husband is driving. We had to run an errand and we are just getting back from that. The roads are very good out here, though, by the way. So
Good.
we'll be ready for tomorrow when things open back up again.
Okay,
But
good.
I wanted to make sure that people knew about the free event that is happening at the History Center. We call it Looking Back, Stepping
Yeah.
Forward, the Pathway to Freedom. And as an event of the 250, we are on a pathway to freedom where the United States has declared its freedom. There are many in the United States that are still not free. And that is what we are focusing on, with it being the beginning of Black History Month starts the next day, with us having our event on January 31st. So we are going to focus on the Underground Railroad and all of the contributions of the Chester County area. We are partnering, as was said, with the Kennett Underground Railroad Center and the History Center, all of us contributing to give people education, but it is family oriented. We're going to do some moving around. We hope people will bring their young people, and talking about the emotions and empathy and how dance is a way of showing those feelings. So that's what's happening on January 31st. And then also we hope that will launch into Rachel Harris, One Woman Over the Line. That is that wonderful story of the freedom seeker from Maryland, but she lived in Westchester. She had her business, her laundry business in Westchester. So we danced that story. That will be at the Uptown Theater on the 6th and the 8th of February. And what I haven't added to the list yet, we have things coming all the time new. We will be at the Philadelphia Performance Garage. And once again, I say that's not in Chester County, but we are taking Chester County history to those who might not know about Chester County history, to tell Rachel's story in the greater Philadelphia area.
Wow.
So
Okay,
on
good to.
March the 7th, and I will be adding that to the list. So that,
Awesome. Thank you.
Great.
yeah.
We'll see you soon.
Your Performance Garage, and it's at 2:30.
So exciting.
Okay. Nate, did you want to offer something?
Thank you,
Sure.
Diane. That's awesome.
We just had on the 22nd a book lecture by Michael Harris on the Philadelphia campaign. Coming up on March 26th at East Goshen Township, there's going to be another book discussion by Ned Donahue. April 18th, we have a historic presentation and trip to Philadelphia for the Constitution Center. May 30th is the big celebration with reenactors, fireworks, drone display. That'll be at the East Goshen Township Park. June 6th, we have America 250 Spy Camp for the kids. July 18th, the Battle of the Clouds tour. August 20th, an evening with scientist Ben Franklin at East Goshen Township. September 10th, Paoli Battlefield Tour. October 10th, also this is at East Goshen Township, tour of the blacksmith shop. And finally, on November 12th, there will be another book discussion.
And all of these have been submitted on our calendar?
That I'm not sure. I'm not sure who from our
Yeah,
group
I'm
is
not sure
doing
all
that.
of these are on here yet. If Nate, if you could do us a favor, send a quick email with these dates to me, and I'll be sure to get them on, make sure they're on there.
There's some very interesting things. I love it.
Yeah, because I'm not.
Is it Keith Karowski?
Here, I'll plug my
Yes, it is.
I'll put my.
Hello.
Hi, Keith. How are you?
Hi, Keith Karowski. I'm the Director of Parks and Rec for the Borough of Westchester. I'm glad to be able to join you folks today. I didn't think I'd be able to get out of bed after cleaning up from yesterday, but I am here. The borough, we are focused. Well, I should say there's two entities from the borough that are working on 250 events. There's the one that I'm mainly involved with, which involves the Westchester COG or Westchester Council of Governments, which is a 1 day event, August 2nd. That'll
It's
basically
August 2nd for sure.
August 2nd for sure. That's when the
Okay.
Declaration of Independence was ratified at the Second Continental Congress in Philadelphia. And that's the date we're sticking to because that's when I ordered the drone show. So we are
Okay.
doing a street fair festival similar to what like the layout you might see at the Chester County Restaurant Festival or the Chili Cook-Off. But instead of having those entities, we're going to break each block down by eras. So I know a lot of people are focusing their attention on 1776. Well, we're looking at the USA as a whole over the last 250 years. And we're going to break those blocks down into different eras. But while we're doing that, we're also going to sprinkle in some tried and true kind of festival fare, if you will, for like children and families. So it'll be kind of a hodgepodge of a festival with like a historical reenactment. I love some of the ideas I've heard here today. We've had technically two meetings. This particular 250 groups had two meetings. We actually have another one coming up this Thursday. And then the second entity at the borough, which was established back in November or December, is a separate 250 subcommittee that the Chamber of Commerce, the Westchester Business Improvement District, and I believe it's Ramsey Reiner, who is the assistant borough manager, are working on more individualized, smaller activities that'll take place. But like obviously we have Chester County History Center right in our, right in the middle of town. So they're actually doing a lot. I know that I've spoken with Connor, and he's actually a hard person to get in touch with now because he's just so darn busy. But said my attention is mainly focused on the big event on the 2nd, where there will be several other. Again, I don't want to say any less important, but smaller activities that will be taking place in and around the borough. And I think again we're going to be focusing on the history of the borough in the 250, not just on any particular one.
Nice.
Right. And Keith, I also
love that.
understand you're going to have a mural on the American Legion building, right where the Ritas is.
The Public Arts Commission, the PAC.
Right.
Yes, they are the lead on that.
Anything else?
No, that's where we stand currently, and hopefully I'll have some more concrete information about our event at our next meeting, because we'll have two more of our meetings before the next one of these.
Oh, that's great.
It's very exciting. Cynthia, we haven't heard from you. You're muted. No, good. Okay.
Hey, I'm co-chair of West Bradford Historical Commission, and Joe Antonelli is our representative to Chester County 250, but many times he can't commit to attending these meetings. So I've been attending, just to get the layout.
That.
But I'm also a member of Friends of Martin's Tavern, and they're doing the Dare Declare in July. And I'm not quite sure the date. I don't want to say the date, not being 100% positive. But they're combined. They'll have the Dare Declare, and they're supposed to have it done. That will take place at the Meeting House, the Bradford meeting. And then following that, I believe there will be a flag unfurling. And that'll take place, that location is to be determined. And then there'll be our annual ice cream social following that.
Yes.
The Historical Commission, along with West Bradford Township, we want to recreate the Trimbleville Walk, which was part of the county tours, summer tour.
Oh, okay.
But we're still trying to get permission to go on the property. And that is our holdup right now. And once we get permission to do that, then I can talk to David Blackburn and see if we can get on the calendar for 2027.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So that's what we have in mind right now.
Good.
But it's getting that permission, because not only do we have to get the permission from the pages, but we also have to get permission for parking on another property.
It's always logistics.
It's crossing both of those and trying to get the permission to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so speaking of resources, I'm going to turn to Leslie and Rick. So, Rick, do you want to start?
Sure. Um, I represent the local Masonic lodges and also the class of 76 from Coatesville High School. Um, as far as the class of 76, I volunteered to be one of the judges for the National History Day
Great.
because 76 was a big thing for us. We'll be celebrating our 50th high school reunion this year. As far as the lodge, oh, and also the state had scholarships available for 250. Uh, the last date to apply for them is the end of this month. I put that out on all my social media, the youth groups and everything, and hopefully there'll be some applications for that. Um, as far as lodge, we held our first fundraiser. Marchwood Tavern donated the proceeds from their bingo night
Oh,
uh,
nice.
to
Nice.
us, and we forwarded those earnings to the Tun Tavern Foundation. They're rebuilding it in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Super.
and we're hoping to have other fundraisers. Uh, as far as I attended the state launch for America 250 the other week.
That was at the
Hmm.
History Center.
Yes. And noticed that one of the focus areas is environment. And I'm encouraging our lodges to go together and us hopefully um, sponsor a local shredding event.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Great.
need to find a contact in the borough as far as whether we need permits and how much it actually costs. Uh, but we thought that would be a good service and
Mm-hmm.
go along with freedom and also the environment.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we have
Which borough, I'm sorry, Rick, which borough are
uh,
you referring to?
Downing Downingtown Borough.
Downtown.
Mm-hmm.
So you need a contact at Downingtown?
Yeah.
We may have someone. Is it Kevin Scarfolo? I'm butchering
Yes.
his last name.
Yeah.
He's
Yes.
someone we contacted, but he's with the Parks and Rec over there. Um,
Okay.
We'll send that to you.
yeah, we'll get that to you,
Okay.
Rick.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Um, we
And
had a
Rick,
move.
thank yeah, and Rick, thank you so much for letting us come and letting me come and talk to the Masons a couple weekends ago. They were fantastic, fantastic audience. But I think we've already got a few people plugged into some activities too. So
You excited us, and um, we're planning on some more movie nights. We already showed National Treasure.
that's
We're
great.
planning to show 1776 and also The Patriot. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll be free and open to the public. And lastly, uh, the lodge in Downingtown, most weekends were rented out to the community, but
Okay.
we already set aside July 4th since it's a Saturday. We will have use of the entire building, and I was going to offer it to Downingtown because they have their Good Neighbor Day. Uh, if they want to have inside events, uh, we're offering the building to them. If we want to do a Dare to Declare or stream some of the events that are in their other areas, and
Thank you.
all.
Thank you.
And that's
And
about where we are right now.
great. Great. And
Oh,
then
we're also gonna contribute to both high schools after prom parties.
no,
Fantastic.
that's very nice. So Leslie, it always comes down to music, doesn't it?
Yes, I hope so. Anyway, I'm the president of the Chester County Concert Band, and we're just really excited about being involved in some of these different events that are going to be taking place this summer. Nate had mentioned about the East Goshen, well, the Goshen celebration, and we're going to be performing for that, I think at 3 o'clock on that. That was May 30th. But on April 26th, that's the kickoff that we're going to have for the 250 events. And we're going to be having a really big concert at Fugate Middle School in Westchester. And we're going to have the Children of the American Revolution will be our reading Dare to Declare segments between segments of music. So we'll play like 3 or 4 songs, whatever, and then they will have some readers. The Sons of the American Revolution will be doing a presentation of the colors at the beginning.
Nice.
And then Heather just well, we were talking, and she's going to be setting up a wish wall in the lobby because there's only so many things that I could be running at the same time.
Yes.
So they're going to be doing that. So that'll be nice to have the wish wall at that event. And, it's just going to be a great patriotic celebration, all kinds of wonderful music. Many of those pieces will continue on into the summer, but then we'll have other other pieces too, the fun, family-friendly pieces. So if anybody needs a concert band to play, keep me in mind, keep us in mind. I did put our contact information in the chat, so you can just look at that. So hopefully you'll be able to hear us somewhere along the way. So it'd be great. Thanks so much.
Thank
Super.
you. Anybody else have anything for the good of the cause here? We'd love it if you showed up at some of the screenings.
Yes, we'd love to see your faces at one of the three, or all three. And you'll be able to see Mark.
I know, I was going to call him out.
He's one of the famous
readers.
Readers in the Declaration videos. So yeah. So come on out. If you
It's the
haven't
blooper
submitted
reel that I really
I didn't want to say the blooper reel, Mark. I wasn't going to call you out on that.
The blooper reel.
So, if you haven't submitted a mini grant, please check those out. Those are a great resource. And all of our other information, if you're trying to connect somebody with somebody like Rick was earlier, just reach out to us anytime. If we don't have the answer, we'll find the answer. So, and get you the information.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you coming to join the conversation on this chilly, snowy day.
Thank
you
you.
all.
Thanks so much. Thanks, everybody.
See everyone. See you tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Bells on.
With bells on.
Yes.